It is the 14th day of March 2022. A very good evening to you and thank you for making time for Hope TV News Watch. My name is Kennedy Kimani and assisting with the sign language interpretation is our very own Fiona Moresa. Raila Odinga's campaign secretariat spokesman Professor Makau Mutua says Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka signed the Azimio La Umoja coalition document as Wiper Party and not as One Kenya Alliance. According to Mutua, Raila and the entire Azimio coalition are yet to decide on who will deputize him as the August polls presidential running mate. This even as Kalonzo, while speaking exclusively to a local television station, said there are doubts about the transparency of the Saturday signing process, saying that most of the parties were not aware of what they signed. Our senior political reporter Dickens Luvanda begins our bulletin with the following story.
Just 2 days after the historic signing of the Azimio La Umoja Coalition Party Agreement at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi by at least 24 political parties and the unveiling of Raila Odinga as the coalition's August 9th election's presidential candidate, several parties have continued to voice mixed reactions. Odinga's campaign secretariat spokesman Professor Makau Mutua has clarified that whatever was signed on Saturday was an agreement that saw several political parties join Azimio La Umoja coalition and not a coalition between Azimio and the One Kenya Alliance Oka.
On Saturday was an agreement for the coalition party of Azimio. And that agreement mirrors any document that would be filed with the registrar of political parties to form a political party and as governed by law.
Chama haiwezi kubaliwa na sheria kuwa katika coalition mbili. Kwa hivyo ukiangalia Jumamosi, Secretary Generals wa vyama individually ndio walikuwa natia mkataba sahihi.
This is contrary to what Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka publicly said over the weekend. According to Kalonzo, what was signed was a deal between his Oka coalition and the Azimio La Umoja.
Yesterday, what was signed was Azimio-Oka coalition and the Political Parties Amendment Act, which now made it possible to form Azimio-Oka, not Azimio.
Makau Mutua addressed the press, accompanied by the chairman of Raila Odinga campaigns board Laikipia Governor Ndiritu Muriithi, where they commended all the parties that agreed to back Odinga's presidential bid.
Azimio was built on a handshake, in which something that had never happened in the history of this country happened. Two previously implacable foes, the head of state, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga came together for the sake of this country.
However, Wiper boss Kalonzo Musyoka, who for the third time shelved his presidential bid in support for Odinga after his Wiper party signed the Azimio coalition agreement, has some reservations. Kalonzo, while speaking exclusively on KTN News, said there are doubts about the transparency of the process and that it was not smoothly done, a move that puts the future of the coalition agreement at risk.
Agree with me, even what people signed at KICC, if I ask all those secretaries general, what did they affix their signatures to? Probably nobody knows. Okay? That's why the whole thing, even when the director of elections, ODM, kijana yetu Junet Mohammed, was looking for a proposal for Raila to become Azimio La Umoja candidate. Now you see, and yet we have agreed that the new political outfit is Azimio-Oka, is Azimio One Kenya. So ideally should have been proposed as such. If that had happened, if this thing was not rushed like it was, we would then all have come as One Kenya Alliance to sign. Because, quite frankly, my Secretary General did not sign the second document because it was specific about Azimio. We were not Azimio.
On Monday, Kalonzo and his Oka co-principal Gideon Mui led the Azimio La Umoja campaigns in Tharaka Nithi County. Dickens Luvanda, Hope TV News Watch.
Thank you so much, Dickens, for that report.